Hey guys, it's me T coming at you with a midday video because I needed this morning to myself. Give me 1 second. I'm so excited. This is so good, but I just don't know if I'm competing with the music because I'm pretty sensitive when it comes to music. By the way, what is the Satisfaction? Yes. Okay, good song, good song. Do I plug you guys in right now? No, I'm getting no because I kind of just want to be free. So hopefully you guys can see me. Hear me and see me because that's what I meant to do. Okay. So what was I going to say? So I'm whipping out cards. Happy 12/12, by the way. And if you have a birthday today, happy birthday. What was I going to say? I'm coming at you with a midday because I needed my time this morning. I've been a little slow, but also, you know, I was thinking it's like sometimes we're just so hard on ourselves when we need to be like slow, and I'm pretty fucking slow like when it comes down to just like taking my time because I like to like be in the flow, right? Woo! Are those our cards today at all? Are these the highest and best cards today at all? Alright guys, we got 4 cards for today. 4 cards. I don't even have to shuffle. And what's funny is that the energy is so like fucking awesome where like my cards were even jumping for me this morning. You know what I'm saying? So it's so cool. Alright, so we're taking them. We're taking them. And it's funny because I watched somebody else's video today and their cards were jumping and they took the entire pile that jumped out. So it was like super hilarious. Alright, so here's what I'm going to pull this out. I don't know if you guys can still see. Oh, maybe that was better. Okay, hold on. Let me just take a sip of water and then we'll get started. Trying not to mess up my lipstick, you know what I'm saying? Alright. I just have to breathe because there's just so much going on. There's so much excitement, so much new influx of energies going on. Let me just fix this for a second because it's going to bother the fucking shit out of me. How about that? We're going to fix that. So yeah, so today there's just going to be a lot of, energies going on. I don't know if this is bothering you guys. Like, I can't, like, I want it to be background, but I want it to be on because music is so big deal today, by the way. So pay attention to it. When it comes to signs, when it comes to just like, you know, relaxing you, like if you need something to kind of just calm you the fuck down or like be your friend for today, like just turn to music because it's really a big deal. Like I got it in my cards too. And you can kind of see like a little bit of like the crazy cardness going on back here. That's for me. But I feel like that's for me, but that's also on the collective. Like I feel it just because I just feel it. Like... So, take what resonates, right? Alright, so the first card up, I don't know how this is going to transpire, but we're going to just do it like that. First card up is the Pope. Now, again, if you guys have seen my other videos, I'm not the greatest with tarot, so what I do is I just kind of go into it in terms of what I see going on in the illustrations. And I love doing it that way because I can feel it, right? Like, I can feel it, I can, like depict things out of it, and it's super fun. Now, when it comes to noise today, we're going to be getting noise from the outside, inside, outside, like that type of thing. Like, there's just so much noise going on, but it's kind of like a good noise, right? Like, it's not, like, annoying. It's just, there's just this revelness, I feel like, of celebration going on, right? Like, just change of energies. Today, is all about the miracles. So it's kind of like miracles bubbling up to the top, and that's like what we're feeling in terms of like noise, right? So today the first card up, and I want to say since we have like 4, these are like foundational cards going on for our day today, but also they, I know that I think they wanted me to teach tolerance today. Okay, so do I share that card right now? All right, well, I think we're going to share it later. So in terms of, I just feel like there's a lot coming in terms of different perspectives, so just be patient and hear them out. Okay. So for and I'm like also bubbling all over the place. So for these cards, literally, they're foundational because we're getting 4 of them, right? And also, we're just gonna go like kind of synchronistically, yeah, but chronologically is what I meant. And I feel like that just happened there because there are a lot of synchronicities today going on. So just pay attention. The first card up is the Pope, and what I'm seeing at first here is, well, you know what? I'm gonna go back and forth with showing you the cards. What I'm seeing here is like there's a heart, and actually, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted something like this the other day, which is so crazy, kind of like a pink, or this in this case, it's like a red and blue heart. Mine was pink and blue, and so it's kind of like the divine is coming in now, and it's literally blessing the unison of your heart today. So it's kind of blessing the deepest point of your both masculine and feminine heart, and that's what's creating the change. What was I gonna say? There's a bridge here. So what I'm also getting is very interesting. Oh, this is so cool! Like totally validating. Okay. So what I'm getting is that there. This is exciting. Okay, so do you see that this is blue for the masculine, this is red for the feminine, and basically like there's a lot of, I feel, passion bridging both the hearts of the masculine and the feminine in terms of romantic stuff, right? So today I feel as if like it's kind of like whoever you were away from or separated from, you're now, like, the universe is now bringing you guys together. So it's very cool, like, in terms of just, yeah, like, I just feel like there's 2, like, people who are, like, super lonely on their wraps, and they're trying to stay afloat, and they're like, bro, I need somebody kind of ASAP. So these are more so definitely, like, single people, but yet the universe is bridging them. It's like the beginning of the bridgingness, right? What I'm also getting is slow. Like, when it happens, just go slow. Because I think this is the energy that I'm feeling today is like, yeah, even though things are like bubbling up to the top around you in terms of miraculous stuff, it's like, just literally go slow so that you can kind of inhale it better. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can really inhale it deeply and exhale it, like, just as deeply, I guess. But not deeply, but, like, outwardly, right? So yeah, so, and there's like a lot of like, so I see a lot of passion, but I see a lot of, like, kind of, triumph, like there's flags here, so I just feel like, and it's a lot of balanced energy, right? This is black and white, so it's kind of like, it's kind of like the universe has now realized that your heart is total, complete, and wholesome within itself, balanced within itself, in terms of the red and the blue, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm getting here is like pridefully, like, about you. Like, you are in your self-love in a very healthy, pride-filled way, which it makes you wholesome, which makes you love yourself like a lot more. And then and what I'm getting is like tolerate yourself a lot more, right? Like, in terms of like you've been kind to yourself. And then now is like the stepping stones of you kind of coming together and building something brand new with the person that you've really kind of been waiting for, right, to enter your life. So it's kind of like wholesome heart for each of you. Amen, because that's exactly why, like, how you would want to enter a relationship. And then it's kind of like both of you, even though it's like split down the middle, right? So both of you have your own paths, but yet it's like close together, so that you're going to work your lives together on a closer level and just achieve what you have to achieve to get to the other side. I feel as though some people will be meeting by the water today. So that's something that I want to, yeah, like, I just want to let you know about. I also feel like very interesting, this yin and yang going on here is like there is a full-blown garden here, kind of like a feminine garden, well taken care of garden. Not that you have to be feminine to have a well taken care of garden, but I'm just saying, like, flowers and stuff are like feminine, and nature is feminine energy, right? But then there's somebody that was like, so it's really interesting. It's like you've made this entire world for yourself. Like, you've created such a beautiful world for yourself in terms of your heart. Both of you have. that now you're going to kind of bring it together and you're going to simplify. Ooh, that was funny. So you're going to simplify and you're going to like literally jump for joy that you're simplifying your lives even more so than it was. So that you can kind of start from a well-grounded, united level, and like again, foundational level, and then you'll be able to kind of recreate your own garden together, right? So it's kind of like, you know, when two people move in together, it's like, okay, each of them have a different style. Well, you're kind of starting off with like a clean slate of like a new apartment. What are we going to do here? You know what I'm saying? And you blend both styles, right? In a harmonious way. I mean, it's so funny because I know like a lot of like females are just like, you know, they like, not actually, I don't know a lot of females, but it's like typical female shit. It's like, because they love, you know, the home and the home and why does Hearth keep on coming up to like this week? I just feel it's funny because I'm like, I haven't even looked up like if I'm saying it right. So whatever. So like the whole thing is, you're just, yeah, like you guys are, Titanium is playing, it's like stronger than ever. This foundation is going to be stronger than ever. And then you're going to like kind of create like a garden on top of it. So it's beautiful. Yeah, and the bridge, why you have to kind of go slow over this bridge, right? Is the aspect of you have to kind of sync, you know what I'm saying? So again, the divine is coming down, and what you're doing is actually your heart is radiating, but because the divine is coming down in a V form, and I'm seeing like a V-neck as I'm saying it, because it's like right into your heart, right? So V-neck right into your heart, and literally like that's the divine like coming down and creating that that essence in your heart that's needed, like that kind of like column of light where you're going to just like radiate it out into the world to attract this other person, but also to kind of like give you this boost towards the next phase of your life. So it's like now you've come to that bridge that you're like, you know, when I come to that bridge, I'll figure it out. Well, you're going to start figuring it out together with somebody else, and that's what I feel for that. What I'm seeing here is bricks. It's like brick by brick, you're going to, you know, and again, these little tiles here are like brick by brick. You're going to just take it slow. You're going to examine both of these bricks as you step onto them. Like you're going to do it dually, which is like within yourself and outside of yourself and also together. So maybe triply, right? Tripoli. Tripoli, is that like an Italian place? I feel like it's a place in Italy, but also Tripoli, like it's not, I don't think it's a dessert. It's a place in Italy, but I think Tripoli, right? It makes sense. Okay, so maybe somebody's go to Tripoli, you know what I'm saying? Work your shit out in Tripoli. So so that's basically what's going on. There's raft, and you know what's so beautiful about it? It's like these people are naked, so first of all, they're done with the fucking past phase that just kind of happened before this 12/12 gateway. But also they are arriving to each other very vulnerably and very open and very like, I'm not judging myself anymore, so I'm not judging you. And I'm not keeping secrets for myself anymore, so I'm not keeping secrets from you either. And you know, it's kind of like, you know what you want, you're getting it, you've created it for yourself, and now you're going to just kind of blend so much better. But still, in order to blend harmoniously, you need to go a little bit slower. So don't be afraid to go slower. I'm just going to post it. I'm going to just post these here. Or, yeah. So that was that card, the Pope. Okay. Do I read into this? No. What I'm getting, though, is like super fire, though. They're super... It's like, can you even imagine, like, super fiery, balanced passion? Like, what the fuck? That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I love it. And, like, the universe is literally lighting your way with it. Like, it's just, like, you're going over this bridge together. And the funny thing is, like, you guys were feeling like trolls under a fucking bridge. And now you're, like, gonna, like, hold each other's hands and fucking cross this bridge. But, like, talk about it and, like... I mean, it's a freaking romantical bridge, guys. This is awesome. So you're gonna start, you know, you're gonna discuss different things in terms of how you work, in terms of getting to know each other, and then you'll be kind of like setting in like new ground rules and new what's it called, new what I'm getting is nude. As I'm saying nude, like nude, I don't know, nude is going on. Like you guys are like just really setting up this nude foundation, like a new and nude foundation where it's like anything fucking goes. You know what I'm saying? But and it's gonna, you guys are creating like the highest and best like living arrangements for yourself, right? Like in terms of harmony. Oh my god, next one up. Beautiful. Oh, the Emperor. Yes. So the Emperor, oh, interesting. So, okay, this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is a 5. So things are changing up. 5 is positive change. I couldn't figure out what that Roman numeral was. And this is 4, which is how it helped me see that. Okay, the Emperor. I know traditionally what the Emperor means is like you are sitting on your throne, and you're basically you've created an empire all around you, and look how well balanced he is. Like that's so cool. So it's, and I like how this flows actually, right? You're going to create a foundation with this person, then all of a sudden, like, this foundation turns into a fucking empire, right? Like, that's amazing. But also, I want to say, like, you guys bring each other into your own empires, if that makes any sense. Because again, like I've said, like, you've created something so beautiful within your own space that, like, you know, you're bringing the best of both worlds unitedly together, and you're creating, like, fucking beautiful blessings for yourselves. So it's very interesting because, like, the foundation that you're kind of creating is golden. It's like, so, like, not even this, I know this depicts like gold as in money, but it's like money in terms of material on so many different levels, but like emotionally, physically, like just well balanced. Like everything is covered and everything is very high up here. Like it's a very high stabilized, you know, like foundation. I do definitely see both people, like these are both of your, you know, both of you, like each person is the emperor for themselves, but yet together they create this like entity of an emperor, right? Which is like, he fucking rules. We both are on each other's side, but like, it's kind of like, if I'm gonna say it, it's kind of like you both are the pyramids, and now like God is in charge of you, like, and you know it, and you're just surrendering to it, and you're like, okay, the experience is going to be better than expected, and I'm just going to surrender to what the universe has in store for us. Like, it's just not even like, you feel as though these two I want to say spiritual people, but like spirits is also what I wanted to say too, both, is like, they're basically like just at the point of surrendering, and they just want the highest and best for themselves, and I feel like as if they're a little too exhausted to even make decisions, but kind of it's like it's all coming together anyway, you know what I'm saying? And again, so it's very interesting because like there's like dripping coming down here in the green, which is healing, but also blessings, right? It's like without you even, it's kind of like you both have filled up this cup. This is how I see this, as like the top view of a cup, right? And it's spilled over, and now it's like just, but it's filled by both of you. Like both of you have poured from your cups to kind of like an emotional bank account, right? So you've created this foundation. Now this tips. It's kind of like one of those. I don't even know what you can call it. It's not a maze, but it's like, you know, when you strike a ball and the ball goes, and then it hits one thing and then it hits another thing. Like, that's kind of what you did here. It's like you've created this foundation, you discussed it, you put things into gear, this then hit this then knocked over the full cup, and it's like, then it pours down, and like, it's kind of like you guys are both giving gratitude towards like the divine itself, the universe, the divine, in terms of creating you guys both in a strong way and being very grateful for it, and also healing one another as you're together. So there's a togetherness that both of your transformations have kind of blended into one, and now it's like spilling over, adding to the foundation, of gratitude and just like all of it. Like it's just kind of like even it's kind of like an endless flow of abundance that's coming to you guys as you guys kind of cultivate together. So it's beautiful. Also, today's the day of health, which is healing, right? So, oh, I forgot to fucking, do I do it now? Like, okay. No, I'm getting no. All right. So I was going to like light up the incense, but later I'll do it for everybody, for the collective. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of, like, this is why I love these cards, because there's so much color, which is healing, right? Rainbow is healing. But also it's kind of like, it's very interesting because you guys are healed, like in a sense, right? So this is what I wanted to say is because like I feel like there's probably romance kind of growing out of this day today, which is healing, and maybe this is why this is so strikingly focused towards romance, right? So again, it's all connected. It's just sometimes it's not as clean cut as we'd like it to be, but it's more fun cut. Put it that way. I love the fun cutness because you're like, oh, you're thinking that it's gonna be this way, and then it fucking becomes like even better than you thought. And you're just like, oh my god, that's fucking fab. You know what I'm saying? So what I also want to touch upon here is the red, there's a red like root chakra, okay, like type of like brick that you're on first, then a blue, then an orange, then a gold, right? It's funny because when I went for my walk today, what did I get? Do I look it up right now? No, fuck it. There's like, I feel as if there's something that I got on my, and I'm trying to think about it. There was something that I got on my walk today, and it said like spread or grown roots or something like that, like full grown roots, or I don't know. It was like a lawn service, and I found it really awesome. Like that name was really cool. So I just feel like you guys have really kind of, you know, your root chakra is like literally like spot on today in terms of like it's solid as it's ever been. So really expect miracles in that sense. Blue is career and water and emotional, right? So it's kind of like you've built upon all these things. Orange is creativity. And basically also what I like to call like it's like future creativity children, like that's what I refer to it as. It could also be fame and reputation, you know what I'm saying? But red is really more like the fame and reputation here, so I didn't say that, but yeah, so you guys are just like both like it's kind of like, so see how like the drippage is happening, right? Like I feel like in front, or he's dividing, like it's a division of the guy. Like I just feel as though like you've put this guy together, by you guys coming together, it's like you've put the Grandmaster G and Grand Majesty G together. You know what I'm saying? Like those aspects of himself, he is now wholesome and he is now sitting fucking pretty, and he's like, yo, you guys, like we all have this, right? Like we've all got this in the bag. Like it's not just the two of these people meeting up. It's like, no, now like you've empowered the Grandmaster G as well, which is love, which is like the green is healing, but also is the heart chakra. So it's kind of like there's this, and I want to say it's also like these new moon energies that have also come in. They're now spilling over. Like you guys are feeling it in full effect. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I just feel like these are all miracles manifesting. Like behind the scenes. Like you don't see it. Like they're more like water, but they're also kind of like clouds. And these are like the miracles manifested. Like one side is yours, one side is his, who's ever, more divine feminine, divine masculine, doesn't fucking matter. But yet it's like you can feel that it's a united pool of, water, like a body of water. It's like a united one. There's no Splitville here. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I got my own pond, you got your own pond. It's like, no, you guys have come together very harmoniously, and very harmoniously in your emotional maturity is what I want to say. Are we moving on? Yeah. Okay. Next one up. Oh, yes. Okay, so it's the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, guys, this is so. I like feel like I never have to explain this card because I just love this card so much. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, karma. Like what karma has been coming up lately. So it's like, okay, you unite with this person, or both people unite, and you know, I mean, there's so much wholesomeness coming out of this. This is amazing, and it's all about love, which is so beautiful. So like, you're again the Wheel of Fortune, and look at that circle, and you're just, you know, the circular pond that's like behind them, which is kind of even acting like a mountain, which is like, it's like that. That's how fucking strong it is, right? I mean, water is very strong too. Let's not get it twisted, because that shit is fucking strong AF, right? But here's the thing. This is what I'm getting out of this. This entire world is being affected by this like power couple love. Like there's a power couple love, right? And I mean, I'm just like looking at it, like, guys, this is just amazing. Like, if this literally could be like a lover's card, like, to me, like, that's so funny. Like, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, this is so cool. And how I channeled that type of kind of artwork, similar artwork, just recently, which is so crazy. Like, that came to me. So, all right, so basically, it's like you guys coming together, first of all, is affecting the entire world. It's a miracle, really. I mean, but also, it's such a blend of both. See, okay, this is very funny. I mean, very funny. I don't know if it's funny or not. I don't think so. But to me, it's, like, interesting. That's what I meant to say. Is that, okay, so there's, like, there's a red and blue string there, too. So, it's basically, you guys are not just affecting your world, your love is affecting the entire world. And just keep that in mind when you are in a more, you know, like when you are in a relationship, because that's whatever you put out into the world, again, on a karmic level, is going to come, is going to come back to you. And it's also going to ripple out into the world. So, if anything, like, so many people are, like, afraid of this, like, God, like, terminology or whatever the fuck it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people have so much fear towards, like, the big unknown. And it's like, no, guys, you don't even have to worry about the unknown. You have to worry about yourself in terms of how you behave, how you act. Because, again, karma is the thing that you need to be afraid of. Because it's going to come back to you. And it's not going to, like, if you put out good, no matter how long you have to wait for it, just know that good is going to come to you. But genuine, right? Like, because you want a genuinely good life. You don't want to just, like, a surface-based type of life. Like, okay, I got my material wealth. Okay, awesome. But, like, you know, there's nothing else that you're feeling there. You know what I'm saying? So you want the feelings involved. So make sure that everything that you do is out of your highest and best genuine self. And when it's not feeling like doing that, you have to honor that too, right? So what I'm getting here is also, like, with this red and blue, is like DNA. Like, there's, and again, that's also been coming up in a lot of readings too. It's like DNA. And I don't know what I mean by that either. I have no idea. But I'm saying, because I'm not, like, too read up on the DNA aspect of the spiritual life. But I have, like, overheard other readers say, or actually even posts, like, on Facebook, they've been saying that there's been DNA upgrades, which is probably, like, again, just because it's all connected. So I connect very much so with the heart. So, and for me, it's like these are veins. That's how I depicted it. It's like the veins of the heart, right? The blue and the red. That's kind of how they kind of show you when they show you the heart, like what goes in, what goes out. So, like, I just feel like both the heart and the DNA, whatever's going on there, is being upgraded because of the fact that you are feeling so much more healed, right? And this is like a green, like, you know, aura that's coming out of the world. So it's like a complete healing. Like, you feel like you thought you were good on your own, and you maybe were a little afraid of, like, this beautiful blessing that's coming in, like, in terms of a big, beautiful blessing, a bold blessing in terms of love that you've never even felt before, and, like, you were a little scared of it, but then you're just like, dude, once it comes in, you're like, oh my God, like, everything negative that you may have been feeling is kind of now put to rest, like, put at ease, because it's been healed. You know what I'm saying? Also, people are, like, intertwining, and it's very cool because They actually depict, oh, I'm getting it now. They're depicting the zodiac, I believe, with this, which is interesting. I think so. Okay. Best believe that. Yes. So go, Nikki. Yes. Another Sag. Crazy Sag. I have Sag and Venus, so that's how I love. That's why I'm actually all about self-love, because Sages are a little fucking selfish. But like in a sense of like didn't start off that way. Like I didn't even fucking like I just knew that I love like self-love in terms of getting my shit together, like putting myself together, this and that. But then once I started kind of like, once that was told to me, like it was taught to me, I was just like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. But also I grew into that, which is kind of more, and it's not selfish. I feel like it's more like you know what the fuck you want, you're gonna go get it, and you're going to stick to it so hard that people have no other choice other than to worship that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you fucking worked for it. Like, you literally invest yourself towards it, and it's just like, yo, they can have it too, but, you know, it's at the level of, do you want it, do you not want it, right? So it's kind of like, just be real with yourself, and, like, be of that, you know, giver of self-love to yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's okay. It's allowed, you know? You'll survive. Everybody will survive around you too, and they may not like it. If you have to grow into it, they may not like it, but you know you'll love it, and then they'll feel the effects of it as you radiate it out. So I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful for the fact that Sages are like full-blown believers, and my heart, let me just tell you, is a fucking believer like no other. That's why today is so big, where I'm like, okay, like, I'm kind of like, you know, at the point where you're just like, I'm this girl in the raft, okay? Like, I'm just like, I'm over it. I'm just gonna float. Like, I'm like not giving a shit anymore, like, about what happens, what doesn't, because, like, you just know what you know. You know what I'm saying? But even though in the past, like, I don't know about you guys, but, like, I've been, like, holding on to my dreams, kind of like, oh my god, when are they gonna fucking come true? Because, like, I've had all this patience. Also, I think Sages are known for patience as the Temperance card, if I'm not mistaken. So I've had all this fucking patience, and it's like, you know, for years now, and I'm like, okay, guys, like, done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm done here. Like, you gotta, like, now it's like surrendered. Like, I'm fucking fully surrendered. So it's a really, oh, as I say, temperance comes out. It's like right in front of me. I didn't even realize. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. So this is cool. And this is so funny because I feel like this dragon is pissing. Like, he's just taking a piss, but, like, it's so funny because it's like a fountain underneath him. So, again, he could be like, fucking, what is it called? Godzilla. He's probably Godzilla, but it looks like he's being. Again, so cool though. Alright, so as we're moving on, Temperance is coming out. That's also patience. And I just feel as though there's so much passion in the air, so much fire, so much go, you know, but action, right? But also, karma in Sanskrit means action. So now you are, you know, the wheel is turning, karma is coming back into your life in the, I'm going to say, highest and best way possible. And so with that, it's like now that karma is actually happening in your favor, just give the universe some time. And actually that's so funny because that's what came up in my walk this morning too, is that, you know, give the universe the time to just deliver it to you, right? It's going to be delivered on wings. Wings are also a huge fucking sign for the past couple of days. So, you know, wings I never thought of as, I always, like, it was more so like angel wings, but hey guys, it could be delivered on fucking dragon wings. And that's like by far the highest and best type of like, you can't beat that shit, because the fact that everything's connected. So like angel, you know, like the dragon is like the angel of fire, right? You can call it like the element of fire. That's what he rules. So it's kind of like, oh my god, it's so crazy. There's actually 3 little angels in here. Oh my god, it's so fucking nuts, dude. Okay, so like, I don't know if you can see. Where is this fucking camp? Okay. So, you really can't see, but there are cherubs in his eyeballs. Dude, that's so nuts. That is so nuts. And again, I'm sorry, because, like, the screen Oh, maybe, yeah, we needed that light. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, but there's cherubs in his eyes. Like, you really have to fucking zoom in. And okay, so you just, like I was saying, you have to give the angels some time to kind of, like, get with it. Also, what I'm getting with this dragon, bat is coming up, so I don't know if you guys resonate with a bat. Like, that's where my mind just connected it to. So maybe there's also some, like, bat energy that's also helping y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Red and blue is also being depicted, and it's so funny because red and blue, guess what, makes purple. So red and blue is, like, again, the masculine and feminine coming together on the grounding level, right, as we were talking about, and together they're making, like, a fountain of purple, which is basically what we were talking about in this card, where it's like you've already come together, you know, you've crossed the bridge, this is what's at the end of the bridge, and you've come together, and basically it's like, you know, I mean, there is a purple moon there, actually, too. Or purple cup, however we depicted it before. But, like, he's, like, the purple guy. Like, he's, like, basically, like, it's spiritual. Oh, there's a lot of purple in here, too. I didn't even realize. Look at this purple. Which is purple and gold in Feng Shui are like, wealth and power. So, again, that's, like, surrounding you. What I'm also getting here, it's so interesting. I feel like these are people too. These represent people. So they're like, there's like golden, like you guys are attracting this really amazing golden, like, I want to say fan base, but also like people who really approve of your love because they can feel it. There's a healing about it that they feel. And so, you know, it's just, and you're standing your ground. What I'm getting is, like, you're standing your ground and you're in the background to be like, I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. Like, this is us. And, excuse me, because these are also people that are kind of further, you know, like, closer in the picture towards us, but further away from these two pyramids. So, you know, again, they're, like, standing afar. They're giving you space, which is good. And maybe that's what you actually kind of need, too. Maybe you need space as you kind of, like, get together because of the fact that you kind of just, like, need to, like, plan things out is what I'm getting. Yeah, like, plan things out. Give yourself some space. What I'm getting is probably, like, retreat, which has been coming up for a lot of readers, too. So I'm getting the same thing. It's funny. Let me just go into it for a second. Like, I've been noticing a lot of readers, but I do it for myself. Like, I just check in because I'm also, like, I'm like a person too. I want to fucking know what's going on, right? And so the whole thing is, it's like a lot of readers, and I used to be one of them, like, where it's like, oh, you know, like, I don't want to watch her stuff before I do mine because, God forbid, you know, like, I copy somebody. And it's like, dude, the thing is, we all have to get over ourselves because we all are an individual, a different individual apart from the readers that we fucking listen to or connect with, right? And there's so many. So it's like, if I watch 4, I'm like, I can't copy all 4, but I can definitely share on their messages because I feel like it resonated with me, right? But also when they come up in the cards, it's very interesting because, like, as a universal collective, like, many of the readers that I resonate with are going to get basically the same thing. That's why we resonate. But also we have a different, like, outlook on it, right? So, oh, that's how they wanted me to, okay, so that's what they wanted me to teach the tolerance on, is that, you know, our hearts are different, yet our hearts are made with the same thing. So when I express myself, you can never, even if you're thinking that somebody's copying you, it's actually a beautiful thing because of the fact that you're doing something right that somebody, you know, chooses to resonate with. And, you know, and that's only their jump off point. Like, if somebody is copying you, that's actually, like, not a bad thing. Like, people would get so pissed because, like, I've seen some people that I'm like, yo, I had to, like, restrain myself from commenting because I was like, this is so fucking annoying because it's kind of like an immature thing. Like, we're not in fucking, you know, like, we should never do that at any point, right? Like, where it's just like, you know, like, having to say something like, oh, this person's copying me. Like, what a little bitch of a victimized, you know, mindset. But also, you know, the whole thing is, it's like, be open to the people who are who are following your footsteps, because they too have a heart that needs to be expressed. And sometimes it's scary to express yourself without knowing what the fuck you're going to talk about, right? Like, let's not get that twisted. Like, actually, I was scared today even. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. And I just feel like I'm kind of not at my, 100% point, but I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm just going to get on here and just do it. And I'm glad that I did, but at the same time, because you got to bust through your fears. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're doing something right in terms of if somebody resonates with and they want to copy it, like, that's actually like being doing something that is replicated is the highest form of fucking of a compliment. Do you know what I'm saying? So take it as a compliment. Receive. You have to. Because that's going to really open you up. And not only that, but be open and tolerant of what they have to say. Because, again, some people would see maybe like an altar that's like very similar setup of a person that has already been doing readings for so long. And it's like, okay, cool, maybe you might see that somebody's doing the same fucking thing as you, but at the same time, maybe that's a sign for you to fucking change your shit up. Like, maybe you need to kind of evolve yourself, right? And do something better with your fucking setup. Like, get more creative, because maybe you've fallen stagnant to it, where it's like, okay, that's like an outer idea of, being given to you to be like, okay, you have to level up now, go to another level and do something wild and crazy with your fucking altar, you know what I'm saying? So that you can, because it's like, if you sit there and you fucking complain about it and being a victimized standpoint, and not to say you have to, I'm not saying you have to change up anything. You may just love what you fucking do and stick to it for your entire life and call it a day. But I'm saying, like, take it in a more open-minded standpoint, because of the fact that, it's not fair to take somebody else down because you're doing something right. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you should just like, if anything, like, compliment them. I like your setup, because it's never gonna be. That's the funny thing. It's like, people can say, oh, they're copying me. It's like, it's never gonna be the exact same thing. Like, it's never, because they're still bringing a twist of their style to it. And so what you're thinking in your head, like, oh, they're copying me, is actually not the fucking truth at all. It doesn't even touch the truth, because it doesn't match up with what the actual, like, spiritual truth is. Do you get what I'm saying? So again, we all are different. We're all bringing spiritual energies, our spiritual energies, to the videos that we do. And so when it comes down to us being scared of, like, watching each other's, YouTube videos, or fucking supporting one another because, you want to be the highest and best on here, it's like, that's not how you get there. It's just like, there's more to this life in terms of wanting to be yourself, like, be a human self. You want to also kind of create, like, a heart-based society, in a sense, like a community. So it's like, and that's all of what spirituality is. Like, you're actually coming from your love space. You're actually but balanced love space, right? Because some people think, oh, because I'm spiritual, I have to give my fucking entire self to everybody else around me. And it's like, that's not spiritual. That's literally, you're sucking yourself dry. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but listen, we all have different ideas about what spirituality is, because spirituality also means, when you're saying love-based, I'm talking about fucking meaningful. What do you fucking care about? Like, that shit bring to the world. You know what I'm saying? That good shit. Good and happy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to let you know, it's like, don't ever like stoop to that level again. And even if you have, and even if you thought about it, like, just take this, and if you're watching this, it doesn't just apply to, just us readers on here. It applies to the entire fucking world, in terms of, if you go to a job and somebody's copying what the fuck you put on your desk, or how you set your desk up, or some shit, it doesn't, like, just say, thank you, universe, that I'm doing something right. It's a validation for you. You've been fucking asking for validation. As a human, you ask for validation all the fucking time. So it's like, take everything as a validation that you're doing it right, and not so much in putting somebody else down in terms of unkindness and going that route because you just want to fucking hype your fucking self up. Like, no, that's not what cool people do. And actually, that's what a lot of people who want to be cool do. It's not only victimized, it's insecure. That's what I'm trying to say. So, listen, we're all here to unite. I love every fucking reader. I don't give a shit whether or not I resonate with you or whatever. I'm gonna love you no matter what, because guess what? You have the courage to fucking be you and bring yourself to a video that, you know, like to the world, you know, on YouTube. And that's not easy sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? So you got to deal with all this bullshit, like the negative commentary, then fucking people getting, you know, all twisted about, like, this one's copying me, this one's... You know, fuck that shit. Just, like, fucking let it all go. Like, do your fucking reading and bounce off of it. Like, bounce on, do your fucking reading, bounce off. That's it. That's what you gotta do, right? Like, keep your fucking, like, comments to yourself. And actually, not only keep your comments to yourself in terms of, like, negative ones, but what you need to do is you need to shift them, right? You don't need to bring it out loud in terms of, oh, let me mention this in my video. It's like, no one fucking cares, dude. Just like do your fucking reading, and you know, we want to hear what you have to say because you're actually smart about what you're saying and picking up and what your soul has to say. And don't discredit that shit by bringing it down, because you bring down the energy, right? If you're spiritual, you believe in energy. So don't bring down the fucking energy about putting somebody else down, because it's super unkind, super karmic, and super just like not cute. You know what I'm saying? You're cuter when you're kind. That's all I'm saying. That's really the truth. So I just wanted to tell you that, again, temperance is me and my passion right now. So I just wanted to tell you that this is how, you know, this is how to live. Like, you got to live, you know. So I'm taking the time. I just took the time to talk to you about not only temperance, but tolerance, that everybody has a different perspective on life, and hear them out on it, right? So that's what it is too. What am I getting? Is that even, okay, this is interesting. So even when you get together, power couples, right? I am going to be one, okay? I'm announcing that. I don't give a fuck. Declaration, always, right? I've always declared that. But the whole thing is, what I'm getting here is, when you become a part of a power couple, just let it be, like, just understand that there are going to be some people who have passionate shit to say about you. This fucking card, it's like it's chipped or something. Whatever, we love imperfection. Anyhow, so long story short, it's funny because this is very interesting. There's a lot of astrology on here too. Cool. Okay. So astrology, so there's like, it's interesting. Like, I was kind of getting astrology here too, and then there's astrology of like the actual, like, I don't even know what you call them, like the signs, if that makes any sense. Yeah, like the whatever. Yeah. So they're all on here too. So I just feel as though you're going to have, when a power couple gets together, they're going to have either people come around them, like exes, to fucking say some shit, because that's really kind of like, power couples get together and they shine their love so fucking bright, right? So there's going to be a lot of people saying shit, like, in terms of their opinions, like, oh, maybe you should, you know, like, weigh this out and weigh that out. And what I'm really getting here, in terms of red passion, go with your heart. Like, there's always going to be somebody to say, look at all these people around you. They're also, like, tied in. Like, it's kind of like family or soul tribe or whatever, which is beautiful that they're all around that, like, exuding, you know, worldly love that you guys are going to give to the world. And they're going to be loving on it, but they also might have something to say about it. Because, you know, what you or him, or, you know, the divine masculine versus the divine feminine, like, they may not have actually, like, had the opposite person, you know, that's, like, related to them, like, kind of, like, what's it called, like, they may not have the opposite person that they're seeing that has met the person that they're related to. They may not see them, like, as their perfect match, because they don't match the idea of what was in their head. Do you get what I'm saying? So when it comes down to this card, just what I'm getting is piss on it, okay? Piss on it, where it's like, piss on it spiritually, like, you're like, okay, I'm gonna piss on all of these opinions, because in a very, okay, listen, and you have to be tolerant of other people's opinions. So it's very important to be open to other people's opinions. Listen to them, because everybody has a valid point to be heard, right? But it doesn't mean that you have to side with any one of them. You can just take it in as additional information that, okay, cool, I have to be, like, This is information that the universe wants me to know about, right? But at the end of the day, your big-hearted passion, your fucking dragon, fiery passion itself, because it's feeling so much for this person, gets to decide, right? So if you're feeling like really true, like, go for this person, because I'm not gonna say anything, like, because it's funny because, like, I don't want to say like the first person that comes your way is gonna be it. I'm saying when you feel that passion, excuse me, that you've never before had for that person, just know that the angels are seeing through your eyes. They're like Cupid is seeing through your eyes. So that means that most likely means that that person is for you. So don't doubt that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, it's funny because his hands are like a little cripply, like a little like T-Rexy. And it's like, so don't let anybody's, what I'm getting is like, don't let anybody's perspective cripple the purity that you're seeing. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people are like scared of this shit because they're like, oh, love like blinds you. And it's like, it doesn't if it comes along with this feeling of, passionate attraction. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, you have to discern whether it's lust or it's because lust is pretty passionate too, right? But you have to discern whether it's lust or like real love. Like, you can see the entire engulfed picture of like, oh, I can actually like really, live with this person. Like, this person and I are compatible. Like, that's what makes me passionate about her. It's not just like the way she looks, the way he looks, vice versa, right? It's a very balanced picture because it's blue in the background and red in the foreground, which is also, thank you for whoever sneezed, because of the fact that that's the truth. So it's a very balanced picture that you're actually getting. And what I'm getting is that because today has been very, like, in my own cards I saw, I was like, wow, the divine feminine is coming forward in a passionate way. So it's like they're being wild, like this like dragon, like they're kind of wilding out, which means that they could be even coming on here and being like, okay, I have to express something, you know what I'm saying, and being wild in their expression. But it's like the divine masculine in the background is kind of like seeing this for what it is, and also kind of siding with it, like being protective of what they have to express, right? So it's kind of like hugging on the divine feminine. Like, you're just like, there's something that I feel is going to what do I want to call it? Like, match up, but also bubble up within the two of them. Oh, that's funny. So these can also depict bubbles, which I just said. So it's like, again, there's this like bubbling up to the top, this excitement, this like, okay, like they both know. The divine feminine looks far too cray in here when you're talking about the dragon, but like, we are sometimes, like, that's the fucking truth. But the divine masculine was what I'm getting is that, it's actually funny. She has healing energy coming, or they both, like, where they meet, they both have healing energy coming off of them too. So that's really cool. It's like the heart chakra, and right in the center, which is kind of like, you want that to be your center, in terms of like how you operate, right? So that's very good. But also what I want to say is that there's the divine masculine is in the background today for sure. Like, he's like either doing some spy shit or he's just like kind of like honoring her. I think that's what it is. It's more so like, spying is not like a bad thing. Spying is kind of like, doing research. It's like, it's all part of research, right? But also it's like she's being more outbound than him because she's feeling passionate. And now I feel as though, she's expressing like her divine truths and things like that. And now the divine masculine is really connecting to it. So, so I feel like he's going to, once he connects, he's going to be reaching out, like just to kind of like, as like a hug, like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. With his like fucking T-Rex, with the T-Rex hands, along with the divine feminine, right? With the divine feminine's T-Rex hands. Do I share this right now, this bottom of the deck? Okay, so this is the believing card for today, guys. That was the foundational card in terms of what's coming. I honestly love that. I love the idea of all of what's coming. It's so beautiful. Look at that. 7 of Wands, like a Nirvana. But this is not at the bottom of the deck. I just kind of split it. Sometimes I do that. I split it because I feel like where it needs to be split. And it's like, look, you guys are going to like inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit, right? Like as they call it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. 7 of Wands. Things are going to happen real fast and passionately, right? So but it's a very Nirvana effect. And actually I had a dream last night in terms of that. Oh, shit. Oh my god, this is so cool. Okay. Wow, what a cool... Alright, so the Hermit, look at that cool picture. You have to, like, take a second to look at it. It's, wow, this is so cool. Alright, so the Hermit is more like, the divine masculine, I feel, has been through a lot. So you have to kind of, take the time out for yourself today. Like, kind of go retreat and relax because they're feeling a lot, okay? They're feeling love and they're feeling the light in them spark up. And both of those things, I feel like they have not been feeling yet. They've kind of put that shit to the side, right? On a more massive level, not everybody, right? But now it's like they're really feeling passionate, like passion within their bodies. So the whole thing is, it's like you have to go somewhere and hermit up a little bit to integrate these energies. And again, it's 12-12 today, which I feel is a very passionate type of fiery energy because we are in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is passion, right? Like they're a fire element, they're a fire sign of the zodiac, right? So the whole thing is, it's like you're feeling a lot in your body in terms of passion, in terms of here's the passion and here's the light, like the flame within you. So something is really coming out, like your body is feeling it. You may even feel overheated, because I know I've been feeling a little overheated lately. And it goes from either really fucking cold or heated, just you got it, like you're so hot, you got to go outside. You know what I'm saying? So do yourself a favor, and actually what I am getting is go outside, you know. There's a lot of green and red that's been showing up lately, so I want to say by Christmas time something's really going to like awesomely pop off, you know what I'm saying? Because even in this card that I saw before, the Nirvana card, like I saw that her buttons were green and red. Look. Or its buttons were green and red. I don't know, it could be a guy or girl, right? Green and red. So it's like, and again, but look at that, guys. Like, it's like 10 of Cups. Like, that's so cool. Like, it's like the Wheel of Fortune. You know what I'm saying? So again, you're gonna get the 10 of Cups, and you're going to get it beautifully because it's healing, right? But the whole thing is, give yourself a little time to integrate. Thank you, 18, because I'm hearing. I guess I'm getting a clairaudient download. But like, yeah, just give yourself some time to like chill. You know what I'm saying? Because again, today, I'm telling you, I'm feeling these like really, like I'm a chill person, but I'm like extra chill today, where I'm just like, okay, like I have to drink a lot of water, you know, and I have to also kind of make sure that, you know, I'm out in nature today, because it has to happen, because that's going to integrate you on a quicker basis, but also on a more balanced basis, and on a more like heightened basis, right? Oh, I like how the Chariot just popped up. So again, quick, and you know, I'm seeing wings here. So the wings just totally popped out. And again, these aren't like a part of the reading, but maybe like highlights coming in, right? Because I'm getting to like do this. Yeah, and like I just feel like this female is like kind of gracefully walking. Like she's like doing her thing. You know, quick stuff is happening around her, you know, unicorn, it's red and blue again in the triangle there, like in terms of the columns that are shooting out of her mind. So it's kind of like, and out of her third eye, actually, it's out of her third eye. So wings are happening. Oh, there's an angel there too. So it's like, dude, guys, you know, go out into nature to at least just visualize what you want for yourself today. That's a big deal. And that'll also help you kind of make decisions that when you do come into this, you know, kind of, like divine romantic union, that you literally will know exactly what to do. You'll know exactly what you want because you've reflected on it, and you're able to, and both of you will have done this, so it's going to be a lot easier for you guys to walk the path with one another when you do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the story for today, guys. So I'm excited. Like, get ready for the motherfucking ships to basically arrive in terms of miracles, in terms of miraculous shit. But also get ready for the smooth sailing, because it's about to be some smooth sailing. But also, let's not forget that smooth sailing involves action and effort, right? So you have to kind of put that into gear first. No matter at what pace, just put it at first. But like slow pace, I'm telling you, is a very good pace. Even if you have a lot of passion within you or drive or whatever, it's like, just slow it the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna definitely come in. I see in this card, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking bolts of lightning striking down in that card. So this is gonna be really big change. And also, if big change comes about, guys, if you're like taken by like surprise on so many levels, go with your heart. Make decisions from your heart. That's all you got to do. And you know, each moment is a new moment. So just start believing in your heart from the moment you like maybe are confused about something. You know, check in with your heart, go to the bathroom, do something like that, and then you'll start gaining the momentum and following your heart, right? And that'll give you long-term happiness, but also it'll give you short-term happiness, long-term happiness, but also a very kind of like not long-term where you're having to wait. It's going to give you like long-term happiness, but endless happiness is what I want to say, right? It's like more so like a permanent happiness, if you know what I'm saying, like a long, what the fuck am I trying to say, a long stretch of a happiness, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So, you know, do that. That's where you want to be at. You know what I'm saying? All right, I love you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Bye.